All right, good morning. And also, happy St. Patrick's Day coming tomorrow. Tomorrow. So, it's a good sign of the calendar moving along as well. As I was telling Sue, time change got me today and I slept late. So I've been scoffing down coffee, which is, the elixir of life. And I'm ready. I am ready. So feet flat on the floor in the number 11s, knees over ankles, hips on the chair, shoulders back. Great. And let's take our eyes closed. If you're feeling tight in your jawbones, just take and give yourself a little massage right around the jawbone and right beside the ears. And leave the jaws separated from each other. Let your face be in repose. For you, for this hour, you only need to listen to my voice, nothing else, nothing for you all to do. And close your eyes. Perhaps you hear birds where you are. They're quiet right now here, but they have been quite noisy. So the shoulders are back. Let them draw back and then let them relax. Jaw relaxed. Begin to get a sense of your long spine from the tailbone right up through each vertebra, right into the crown of the head. Feel it against the chair, the back of the chair. Feel your hip bones on the chair as your hamstrings are supported. And continue to bring yourself back to your breath. Continue to remind yourself to take breaths deeper than usual as you need to. It's a good time to bring that breath in and then maybe sigh it out. Maybe there's been something on your mind that's a little bit sticky, that's whirring around. See if you can bring the breath to it. I often find through a yoga class that certain thoughts come to my mind, they come up to the forefront, and it becomes almost impossible to let them go. And it's usually one thing, and so it keeps coming up, and often I have what I might call an epiphany, like, oh, that's what I need to do about that. And so that can happen as well as you clear out some of the details that really aren't improving your life or adding to your satisfaction. Something else will pop up. In any event, perhaps we can bring an image this morning of something near you, something outside your window that brings you joy, that reaches to your heart, that makes you smile, bringing that image into the forefront, letting yourself visualize it. Breathe into it, breathe with it. It can be something from years ago, something you saw yesterday, something that happened in a dream. Let yourself just relax into the chair, continuing with the breaths. Putting a little effort here at the beginning to align, and then relaxing, surrendering to this alignment, becoming at ease with it. Let's take our arms down at our side and we'll start with some small back and forth movements. So as the arms come back, we take the sternum forward and then we just bring the arms almost together. So reaching forward with the sternum, gazing upward, your eyes up towards the ceiling. Bringing this as large or as small as you like, but just imagining, visualizing how you're curving your spine forward and how this begins to separate the vertebra, lengthening the spine. Great. This next time, just keep your sternum forward, your arms out. Maybe you turn your hands so that they're reaching up, and then just bring them back down to your lap as you take your head and let it just glide forward and down. Take some breaths here. Check in with your neck, your upper back. And now we're going to scoop forward, gaze up, come back, head down, scoop forward, back. And just a small movement forward and back again. Lengthening and moving the spine and adding the cervical vertebra in your neck. Down, hold it forward, open up, this time a little bit wider if you like, lean the sternum forward a little bit more. Take a nice deep breath here. And let's take another. And come back, hands down at your side, turn them out, inhale them very slowly up, gathering the energy, gathering the sunlight, bringing the hands together. Exhale them down so that your thumb reaches toward your sternum. Inhale up, turn the palms, exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up, turn the palms, exhale down. Again, turn up, exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. And bring your palms back to your lap. Let's scissor the feet apart, toe, heel, toe. Scoot forward a little if you like. We're going to come into some waist circles with the legs wider. And if you're a little bit forward, you can get just a little bit more movement. But remembering that we're warming up. I'm sorry to do this, but really it's 9 o'clock. There, I said it because of the time change. Turn, other direction. Nice. One more, and we'll come around to the front. Let's keep our legs wide, our toes out. Start with the hands down, lift them up, gaze up. And we'll come into our 5-pointed star. In this position, you can take really deep breaths. Bring that energy in and disperse it to all parts of the body. And then turn those palms down and let your hands just be at your side. Roll the shoulders. What I love about Abby is that, I think you have a glimpse of her, is all during yoga class, she does nothing. It's truly the fullest embrace of letting go. That's what my cat teaches me, how to let go, how not to care, how to just be. Nice. And now reach those arms out. Have the arms extending directly out of the shoulders. And now just turn our palms upward so that you've got, as if you could be holding softballs in each arm, in each hand, and you have a slight grip. And so as we turn upside down, whatever you're holding is staying in your hand. So feel those shoulders just rotating in their joints. Good. Nice. Pause. And now just take and wrap one arm on top of the other to give yourself a nice hug. Inhale as you're here. Exhale. Nice. Open up. Reverse. Hug. Good. We need hugs. We need affection. Good. And then bring them so that you've got the lower arms together, elbows together, forearms together, palms. If you like, take and nest one elbow in the other. Get a deeper stretch across the back. Open up, nest in the other direction, other elbow popped inside. Again, if it's available. And release, a little bit of roll of the shoulders. Nice. Scissor the feet back together, scoop back in your chair, slide your feet out, flex and point. Really feel those calves stretching out. And alternate. Toes, heels, toes, heels. Windshield wipe. Down, shake it out. Slide them out again. Widen a little bit more. Circle the ankles. Let's circle our wrists at this point. Other direction. Good. Now crackle pop. And taking your left leg in towards your body. And your right leg. Left. Right. One more each side. Good. And now make sure that you are scooted back in your chair and that your back is to the chair, either holding on to the edges or keeping your hands in your lap or with both legs at the same time, keeping this nice angle that we've created. So inhale, and really it's just maybe coming off half an inch from the floor. Exhale, lift, down. Inhale up, down. And maybe they barely come off the ground, but you should still feel your quads engaging, your core engaging. Good. Here's our last one. We're going to hold it. So inhale up, keep breathing. 3, 2, 1, down. Tap it out. Side. Good. Palms out, interlace, press it forward. Nice, gentle stretching of the inner wrist. These tendons that move up the inside of the arm. And giving yourself a nice stretch between the shoulder blades as well. And bring it back in towards you. Reach it out. Bring it in and out. And leaving it out this time, and then just letting it float up above your head or wherever it comes. And then you might come away from the chair a little and then just circle. And this circle could be in front of your face. And reverse direction. Good. And open up, greet the day, turn those palms down. Nice job. Let's scoot just a tad bit forward. Scissor those feet open. So we're almost to the edge of the chair. And we have our feet apart. And we're going to first take an inhale, lift it tall, and then just let yourself come forward, hip hinging. Come back and come forward just to get that feeling of the whole spine staying aligned as we hip hinge here, rather than folding forward. Sternum is leading. Nice. Good. All right. Now we're going to come forward. This time, either hands stay on your thighs or you come down so that you've got your elbows, and reminding yourself about your nice straight spine. Let's just go over to one side, pressing the opposite elbow, and other side. So feeling like you're giving yourself a nice side stretch and also an inner thigh stretch. And you might actually feel your knee moving outward as you put a little pressure on it. Nice. Pause in the middle, bring yourself up, roll the shoulders. Take your arms back, lift. And come back to a straight back. Lift, turn over to the right side, come forward. Lift, left side, come forward. So feeling your torso twisting right over your hips. Lift, over, twist. One more. And come back. Taking the hands to your shoulders. Let's just go to one side and the other side. Nice. Pause, twisting over to the left, drawing both shoulders down as we twist, taking our head to look in that direction. Now we're going to rainbow or pinwheel the arms up, over, and twist in the other direction. Breathe. Inhale up and over. Inhale up and over. One more time. Inhale up and over. And then just let yourself come forward. Nice job. Let's scissor the feet together. Scoot back in the chair. Go for a little jog. So feel your back pressed against that chair again. Hands out at your side so you can start your jogging. And opposite, opposite, opposite. Yes, and I thought my elbow might hit the wall, but I'll just keep it a little smaller. So we are exaggerating this jog because we're lifting our legs a little bit higher than most likely you normally would. Whenever we walk around, we do want to make sure that we're lifting our feet to avoid stray little pebbles or up here, popped up bricks in the sidewalk. And slow it down if you want to. You can make it smaller. You can take a rest and then join back in. I want everyone to be in their comfort zone. Yes, moving and breathing, but not straining. Not letting yourself get so out of breath that you're gasping. Yeah, this is all about circulation and getting the heart beating. For sure, this is an aerobic movement right here, but we do want to stay in our range to make sure that we don't do too much. Never want to do too much. And 3, and 2, and 1. Rest those hands down in your lap. Inhale. Body craving oxygen right now. Inhale. And again. And release. Hands down at your side. We're going to gather up some energy. So leaning forward as a hip hinge, lean forward. Inhale. 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 Exhale. 2 more. Forward, back, forward, back. Let your hands rest on your shoulders. And just begin some slow circles. Bringing the shoulders into nice rotations. Other direction. One more. And down. Let's widen our stance again and maybe come forward just a little bit. We'll do some pelvic tilts here. So first drawing the belly button back and then opening up, drawing it back. So keeping it right here, core, low back, and back. And if your tailbone gets sore, just don't go quite so far back. Good. Now placing it in neutral. Bringing the arms out, straight out from your shoulders. Bring them up into our goddess pose. Press the feet into the floor. Be at, again, effort to get here, surrendering to it. Good. And down. Great. Let's bring those feet back in. Scoot even farther towards the edge of the chair. Creating our 90-degree angles. We're going to lean forward. We're going to bring our arms out. And we're going to take it and bring ourselves up. And open, gaze up towards the sky. And release down. Perfect. Okay. The chair is handy or your wall is handy. And we're just going to stand here for a moment, getting our bearings. In our standing mountain, everything is lined up. Ankles, knees, hips, shoulders. Good. And if you do have a wall nearby, walking to it and placing your entire back body on the wall, bringing your heels right up to the wall. At the same time, you're keeping your shoulder blades on the wall and the back of your head on the wall. So just getting a sense of having a straight perpendicular wall guide your alignment. Seeing if when you walk away, you can keep that alignment. Inhale, shoulders up and down, getting straight ahead. And now taking either one arm or both arms up, the other can be on the chair if you like. And just feeling your height. So if you were to back or wherever, go to your wall again, you might have your arms back as well. It's just a guide, just a guidepost. Good. And bring them down. Let's face our chair. And so we've established a nice alignment. And we have our fingers on the chair. We're just going to come up onto the balls of our feet and down and come up and down. Good. And maybe you could begin to do the movement with only the barest minimal of support from the chair. Here's our last one. Coming up onto the balls of our feet and just seeing if you're able to take your hands away. Find a drishti, find a place to look, and come down. Widen your stance, bend into your knees, and come into pelvic tilts. So just checking in with your low back. Okay, neutralize. Sit the feet back together. Good. I'm going to come up. Here's step one. Come back to straight spine. Bend the knees. Either hands are on the chair or forward. So we come into our chair pose. Straight spine. Up to the balls of the feet. Back down. Chair. Coming through these three things. Up. This time when we come up, we'll hold up. See if you can bring your hands off. Maybe you can bring your hands up. Maybe there's a wall there that could help support you. Down, hands down, bend the knees. Whoops, chair. One more time, we come up, we hold up. Maybe we bring our hands up. Heels down, bend the knees, chair. And release. Great. Leave the left foot forward, take the right back, pressing the heel down. So you have your feet at least in the number 11 apart. Maybe you have them as far apart as the chairs on your leg. Whatever helps you to feel like you're in balance. Front knee is forward, back heel. So in my case, my right heel is back and down. My left leg is forward. I'm going to hip hinge to the chair, perhaps adjusting the back leg so that you feel the stretch in your calf. Hands can stay on the chair or they can come to your thigh as you maybe bend just a little bit forward for a lunge. Come back up, switch. Bring that calf back there. Or here. And breathe. Come up. Let's do each side one more time. Back. Good. Knee stays over, ankle. Come up. Switch. And we come up, turn, keeping both feet pointed out towards the corners of your room, slide down into Goddess, arms up. So think about opening up through the adductors as we're in this Goddess pose, using straight ahead, and release down. Nice. All right, turning towards the chair, we'll put all of that together. So starting in our standing mountain, we're first going to come up, down, chair, and come up. Now lunge, back, and lunge the opposite way. Come back up, turn to the front, arms out, and come into goddess. Good. And release. And again, all the way through that. So come up, and let's just pause here for a moment to get your balance. And again, if you'd like, you could start out with arms up or maybe a hand on the wall. Heels down, bend, hip hinge back, chair. Come up, draw the right leg back. Come into lunge. Lift. Lunge in the other direction. And come up. Turn it. Arms out. And down into cactus. Great. And lift, open, and release, and scissor. Shake out the legs. Roll the shoulders just a little bit. Great. All right, let's do our warriors today. So we have our left side to the chair. Let's take our right foot forward, take our left back, and we angle the back foot. So the front heel, if you drew a line, it would end exactly in the sole of the foot. And we twist ourselves face front as best we can. Again, we bend into that front knee. You can keep your hand on the chair or not. Lift one arm, maybe lift both arms. Good. And again, we gaze forward or we gaze up. We are the warrior. Hang here or come out if you want and then come right back in. You decide. Now, if you'd like, you can bring your arm down while we turn our bodies to the chair. Arm goes front and then the arm that's on the chair goes back. So the legs stay the same, it's the arms that change. And we look out over the front arm. And release down. Good, good, good. All right. We'll do warrior, excuse me, on the other side. Left foot comes forward, right goes back. And see if you can twist yourself slightly forward. Good. Knee bend to the front leg. Knee over ankle. Good. Excellent. Warrior one. Again, you can gaze upward or straight ahead. Nicely done. Now turn your body towards the chair. Arm forward, arm back. Gaze out over the front arm. Three, two, one. Release down. Shake it out. So we did, so far in class, we've done the goddess and the two warriors, three of the most powerful poses that there are in yoga. Part of that first is just that you're using your whole body to be in it. Everything is working. And it's also a power pose because the longer you stay in it, the more energy that you build up. And it's a pose of you're putting your heart forward, you're making yourself vulnerable by having your heart so open, but you're also saying, I am ready for the challenge. I am ready for whatever comes. I'm so ready, in fact, that if you need me to do anything, I'm here to help you. Okay, so that's the sense. And again, here in our goddess, same thing. This isn't a pose that you can quickly decide, oh, I don't like it, I'm going to run away. You can't get out of this pose easily. So you're in it and you're standing tall, you're standing firm. You're presenting your most vulnerable self, but also your most powerful and resilient self. Right. Energetically and muscularly, of course, it's fabulous. You allow for all full motion. We often, and we all do it, we can't help it because we want to be snuggly. We want to sit on the couch, maybe wrap something around us to read or something. And so we kind of come in. And that's a super way to protect yourself. My day is done. I just want to sit here and read, or I just want to sit here and watch television. It's all cool. But then to counter that, these giant open poses bring you out of that and you go about your day. So thinking about how you bring that into driving, so you keep your shoulders back, you keep your arms. I'm a big 10 and 2 fan. I know 9 and 3 maybe is what we're doing, but I learned 10 and 2. And so with time, you can begin to do this something. So just remind yourself as you're driving to keep those shoulders back and open. And as we do a lot of head turning in class, we do a lot of twisting. So just keeping all those muscles adaptable and available for every situation you might find yourself in. And as always, as we've all learned, big fan of bending into the knees when you need to pull something out of the oven or you're trying to move a box. Even better, take this stance and pull it. Hip hinge, bring it in towards you, and then straighten. So things that you, in the moment, might escape you, but if you come mindfully to a task, it might come to you, oh yeah, let me protect myself. And even before you lift something, do a few pelvic tilts. Just see where your pelvis is, bend into your knees. Better yet, ask for help. Hard for us, but ask for help. All right. Yoga for daily living. All right. We did, as I said, we did Goddess, Warrior 1, Warrior 2. Let's do the Warrior 3. To the chair. So we take our hands to the chair. We're going to take and walk ourselves backwards. Before we do Warrior 3, keep your feet in the number 11 position. Begin to bend the knees and then slide your hips back and maybe your hands forward so that you really feel the hamstrings and your butt getting a nice stretch. Lift up through the belly button. In fact, do a few very small, because of our position, they will be small. Pelvic tilts here to neutralize the pelvis. Tuck it under, walk forward, open up, pressing your belly to the chair, opening up, arms at your side, and then come back to your standing mountain. Okay, let's do the Warrior 3 now. So same starting point, we walk back, but take your left foot and bring it more central. You're going to bend a little bit more into that leg, slide the right one out. Lengthen yourself. I'm running into my bed behind me. So bending into that knee, you might have a little firmer grip on the chair, and we lift the back foot off the floor, or we keep the toes on the floor. This is the Warrior 3. The standing leg is working really hard. Bring the leg down. Let's switch legs. Bring that right leg in. Slide the left one back. maybe on your toes, or maybe you lift. And bring it down, bend into the knees, walk yourself forward, and again, back bend. And come down. Nice. Let's do those warriors one more time. Warrior 3, one more time on each side. So coming back, left foot comes in, right goes back. Make sure you've got nice flexibility in the knee. Right here with your toes on the floor, perfect. If you want to lift those toes up, feel free to do that. And now switch, taking your time to make sure you transfer the weight safely. Leg back, lift. Inhale, exhale. Bring it back, bend, walk forward, open up, and release. Pause to take a couple of nice deep inhales. Exhales. I need a little drink of water. All right, we have our right side to the chair. Let's just casually, I don't know where casually came from. Let's just bring our weight over to our right leg, and we're just going to take the left one and just gently do our toes in the sand. So just very easily making a circle out and around. Good. Pause right here, bring it back, and around. Nice and easy, like you're having a casual is my word today, casual day at the beach. It's the perfect temperature. You have your big sun hat on, got your sunscreen on, and you just feel like circling your toes in the sand. And down. All right. My daughter and my 2 grandchildren bring the weight over to the left leg, a little bend in the knee, and begin circling. They are in Puerto Rico right now. And she's sending me pictures, and it's like it's a whole other world. It's like the background is not real. The ocean scenes and the palm trees, and reverse back and around. Good. They are having a ball. One more. Good. And now widen out and just circle all the way around. Beginning into those hips. Other direction. Good. Good. Keep the, please keep the legs wide, bend into the knees, and now we'll do some more pelvic tilts. We can't do this enough for our low back. And now take it side, press out into those hips. Right. Good. Pause. Forward, back, forward, back. All right. Neutral. Toes pointed out towards your corners, and just lift those arms up. Greet the sun. Breathe in as best you can all the positive energy that surrounds you, that surrounds where you are. Find those bright spots. Turn the palms. Scissor back. And we'll just bring our weight right now over to our left leg, keeping our hand on the chair. We're just going to do, again, Just a low key lift and swing. Nice. And 2, and 1, and down. Let's do the other side. Bringing your weight over, standing tall, lift, down, lift. So just keeping it a nice small, easy, stroll along kind of a movement. And 2, and 1, and down. Nice. Taking your chair, and we'll come around to the front of it. Pressing your legs against the chair, hip hinge, open the arms up, and sit. Press the low back, press the whole spine against the chair, starting or ending where we began, with the feet flat on the floor and the shoulders back. Take a couple of nice deep inhales. Feel those muscles accepting the support of the chair. Come back to think about, is your jaw still separated? The jaws, one from the other. Great. Bring your left foot in towards you. And then taking it over so it can open out. Perhaps a little bit of a press. Nice. If you'd like, you can be circling the ankle. Other direction. Hands to the front, but see if you only use them minimally as you come forward. Oh, that feels so good in the hip. And back. And forward. And back. And forward. Nice. And back. Lifting the leg up. Placing it down. Coming to the right leg. Bring it in. And then take it over. And again, maybe you give it a little bit of pressure to open it up just a little bit more. Circle the ankle. Up direction. Hands front. Forward again. We lean with the sternum, lead with the sternum. And back. And lead. And back. One more time. And back. Good. Left leg, open, close. One more. Right leg, open, close. One more. Back to the left leg, circle it. Other direction. More. Right leg, circle. Other direction. And down, scooting back, feet flat on the floor. Open yourself up. Gazing upward. Bring your spine back to the chair. Wrap yourself in a hug. Open and wrap. And down, gazing to the left, gazing to the right, going to your furthest extension. Pause on the left, dip your chin down towards your armpit and let the right arm hang or be hooked behind the chair. Breathe into it. Inhale up, over to the right side. Tilt the chin down towards the armpit. Take the left arm down or hook it. Breathe. And come back to center. Just placing your hands on your lap, coming to a place of rest and repose as we come towards the end of class, letting every muscle relax. Even if your jaw has remained relaxed. Honoring your body, honoring your commitment to yoga, to taking care of yourself. Still seeking to keep thoughts from occupying your brain. See if you can focus on the breathing, on the feeling, the sense, the sensory feeling of your thighs against the chair or your feet on the floor. Letting your breath return to its natural intake and outtake. This is again from Dana Falls, called Limitless. It's one of my favorites. It's very, very short. It's called Daffodils. 100 daffodils lift their faces to the sun, never noticing their own golden light. As a daffodil worshiper, I am always noticing their golden light. Let's bring our hands together, coming back to whatever image you first held in your mind as class began. And perhaps we send this peaceful sound of Om out to the world, Inhale. Oh. Namaste.